So a lot of people are enjoying the new F-099 on the Switch, and I am definitely one of them. If you want to perform well in this chaotic Battle Royale Racing, you not only need to know the individual tracks and how to drive your vehicle, but also when to use the Skyway boost for maximum value. So in this video I will analyze the Skyway for the first two tracks in the Night League, Mute City 1 and Big Blue. But I may already tell you that there is not always a universal optimal location for the Skyway, as its duration depends on how far away you are from the first player, and you have to consider other factors like how many boost pads you can get, if there is a shortcut, when you will be dropped off, and if you can possibly get another Skyway activation if you use it early on. So first, let's get into the basics. Throughout the race you can gather these sparkly energy coins that drop whenever vehicles collide to fill up your sky meter, and when it's fully charged, instead of boosting by pressing the A button, you instead will drive on the Skyway for a short period. So sometimes it's not that bad to stay a little bit behind the lead players to collect more coins from them and get more Skyway activations. The Skyway itself is like a safe zone with increased speed, walls that don't slow you down, additional boost pads and even some shortcuts. It kind of acts like a catch-up mechanic for people that are falling behind, but even if you are racing at the very front, knowing when to use the few Skyway activations that you get often makes a difference between getting a top 3 position or not. One important thing to remember is that the duration of the Skyway depends on the distance you have to the first player. I roughly measured some timings and got periods between 3 and 7 seconds, but sometimes you can even extend those times because the Skyway will not drop you off over difficult parts of the maps or straight up into the abyss. Just know that when your Skyway timer expires, all the additional boost spots will immediately deactivate, even if you are allowed to drive on it a little further to get to a safe area. So knowing when to use the Skyway really improves your chances on winning, or at least getting a much better position. Now let's have a closer look at the first two tracks in the Night League tournament. This map shows you the racing track for Mute City 1, including the Skyway ride, and I also added all boost pads that I could find. As a general rule, I would avoid activating the Skyway on straight parts of the track, and especially before the pit zone where you can recharge your energy meter, because boosting through it with increased speed leads to less energy being restored, and you should much rather use it to avoid more difficult parts. There is one shortcut that the Skyway provides at the section after the jump pad, and this is my favorite spot to use it. You not only avoid all the wobble on the track and can drive straight through it, but if you time it right, you can even get 2 additional boosts and potentially also avoid the next sharp turn before the finishing line, because the Skyway doesn't like to drop you off right into it. This often works even if you are racing near the front players. Just make sure to activate the Skyway right after the end of the jump and before getting to the wobble. If you do not want to save the Skyway for the shortcut, another interesting spot would be right after the pit stop area before the first turn of the track. You will definitely get 2 boosts out of it and sometimes even avoid the next 90-degree turn, although a third boost pad might not be reachable. However, I have a feeling that it is always better to save it for the shortcut later. Just watch this footage where I skip through the whole leading pack and almost win the race. Well, it was a close call. Now let's talk about Big Blue. There are 2 major shortcuts on the Skyway in Big Blue, but the boost pads are scarce and far apart. So if you want to get 2 boosts, you have to activate the Skyway as late as possible, and my favorite location is right before the spiky rubble pads. Make sure to steer to the right afterwards to get the boost pad over the first shortcut, and if you time it right, you will most likely also drive straight over the serpentine line and get the second boost. The same goes for the second shortcut, where activating the Skyway as late as possible might let you skip the slippery part of the map and lead you straight into the finishing line, but you are not guaranteed to get a second boost. That's why I would always try to use the Skyway on the first shortcut. In addition, you will still have enough time afterwards to spend the rest of your energy meter before finishing the race if you use your Skyway boost during the last round, which is something you should consider for maximum value. Seriously, Nothing hurts more than getting into the finish line with over 30% of your energy remaining and right behind another player. So that covers my thoughts on the first 2 tracks, but tell me in the comments below if you think otherwise. If you found this helpful, please like the video and consider subscribing to my channel for more video game guides. Depending on the response that I get, I might continue to analyze the other tracks as well and make more content about this game. I'm kind of addicted right now. Until then, have a good day everyone and see you later.